Ibrahim Mounir has held the position of acting general guide of the Egyptian Muslim Brotherhood since the arrest of his predecessor Mahmoud Ezzat in August 2020. The Muslim Brotherhood, practically divided over the past 8 years, is now showing official divisions as Brotherhood leaders based in Istanbul try to dislodge Munir, who resides in London, and the appointment of former Secretary-General Mahmoud Hussein. Munir announced the suspension of Mahmoud Hussein, who resides in Istanbul, from the Muslim Brotherhood, and referred Hussein, along with 5 of his allies, Hammam Youssef, Mamdouh Mabrouk, Medhat Al-Haddad, Muhammad Abdel-Wahhab, and Rajab Al-Banna, for internal investigation on the basis of financial and administrative irregularities. But the brothers in Istanbul refused to recognize Munir's authority, claiming that the postponement of the elections to the Shura Council, the group's executive committee, which was supposed to be held in July, means that his legitimacy has come to an end. Munir is not challenged solely on these procedural grounds. Many Brotherhood feel that developments in Tunisia, in addition to the failure to challenge the government in Egypt, show that he is unable to be an effective leader, not least because he resides too far in the United Kingdom. This rift, an unusually public expression of dissent within a group governed by a tightly controlled hierarchy, was deepened in a shockingly critical public interview with Hussein at the end of November. While Hussein insisted that Munir was still recognized as a member of the Muslim Brotherhood, he announced that the Shura Council in Istanbul had removed Munir from all of his official positions, and rescinded all decisions he had made during this appeal period. Hussein said, "Munir is a brother, but he no longer has any current responsibilities within the group, and his recent decisions have no effect." He explained that this means that Munir's decision to freeze Hussein and his companions' membership in the Muslim Brotherhood, and to investigate them for financial crimes, is null and void. Structural changes made in the group, such as the dissolution of some committees, have been nullified, according to Hussein. Hussein went on to claim the title of acting general guide, and received support for this not only in Istanbul, but also in London, where a faction of the Brotherhood established a new official website recognizing Hussein as its leader. Munir responded, as expected, by denying Hussein's right to do so, and announced that 73 other brothers loyal to Hussein had been suspended. Days later, in early December, scholars within the Muslim Brotherhood supported Munir, calling on the group's leadership and youth to rally around their leader, and demanding Hussein honor his pledge of allegiance to Munir as the general guide. In London, Munir appears to be winning this struggle. It appears that he controls the main Brotherhood institutions affiliated with the London office, centered around the spokesperson Osama Suleiman, and media official Suhaib Abdel Maqsood, a member of the youth wing of the Muslim Brotherhood. Despite various efforts in recent days to reunite pro-Munir and pro-Hussein factions into the Muslim Brotherhood, notably by Qatar-based Yusuf al-Qaradawi, one of the world's highest religious references to the Muslim Brotherhood, none of these efforts show signs of success. There has been a shift in the regional political situation against the Brotherhood in general, as European Eye on Radicalization indicated 2 months ago, and in the intervening period, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, one of the main state supporters of the Brotherhood, made it clear, under the pressure of internal crises, that he wanted to improve relations with Egypt, and part of that was the curtailment of the Turkish government's support for the Brotherhood. Where Erdogan had previously intervened to settle differences in the Brotherhood's Shura Council, this time around a mix of local distractions and olive branches stretching to Cairo prevented him from doing so. So, what will happen to the Brotherhood in light of these transformations? Perhaps the important factor is money. If, as some reports indicate, Hussein was able to secure independent sources of funding outside the Brotherhood's official channels, he might have the upper hand. While the London Brotherhood appears to be inclined to Munir, unsurprisingly since he resides there and controls more directly the network, the Istanbul Brotherhood appears to be entrenching itself firmly in Hussein's camp, particularly, crucially, at the leadership level. If Hussein can reassure potential defectors that they will continue to receive their salaries, and thus still be able to feed their families once they join him, it is hard to imagine that Munir's support will not erode. Munir is not very popular, especially with the youth sectors of the organization, due to his perceived ineffectiveness. However, there is no guarantee that this leadership struggle will be resolved, and it may lead to a clear division. A large-scale media war erupted between Munir and Hussein, as they exchanged accusations of corruption with their agents, and it is difficult to return things to the way they were. Whether the dispute is settled in favor of Munir or Hussein, or neither, the Brotherhood has already been seriously damaged. Their image and reputation for efficiency, hand hygiene, and order have been badly wounded. The group now looks tattered, with two factions with minimal real power feuding openly with animosity and flinging shameful accusations that make everyone look mean and petty. Morale in the group will continue to deteriorate, adding to ineffective management and a slow hemorrhage in the number of departing members, not to mention the weak recruitment of new members. In conclusion, it can be said that the Muslim Brotherhood is going through the most serious crisis since its founding 90 years ago, and there is no indication that it will find a way out anytime soon.